What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So yes, this is very random because I had already told y'all in the live that I will not be reviewing College Hill. Even though I did, I don't even know what season this is. I think this is season what, two, or no, season three. Either way, it don't matter. Um This is College Hill Celebrity Edition. I am not doing like episode by episode, and I just really want to come on here and just talk about something and give y'all some more content or whatever. Because sometimes y'all be acting like y'all starving, and I'll be like, "Oh wow, okay, you waiting on me? Here you go." Girl, they was all up in my stuff talking about, so where is the what it is? It's on YouTube. Okay, I'm here. Okay, let me get my stuff. Jeez. But anyway, so I took it upon me, to be honest, I had even forgot, that College Hill was coming on. I saw the cast and I really wasn't enthused, to be honest. And let me just tell y'all really why I didn't want to actually review College Hill, because it's a person on there that, you know, all right. And I didn't want to come off as if I was being biased, as if I was putting my feelings into stuff, or if I wasn't giving that person a fair chance. But honestly, that person, Tamar Braxton, she's not even bothering me on the show, okay? I was just a little bit confused about the fact that she brought that man on the show, but that's neither here nor there, all right? I think we can all come to the consistency and come to the agreement, okay, that she's actually cool on the show. She's not a problem on the show. She's not a troublemaker on the show. She is showing a different side. And actually, she's showing the side of her that I actually connected with when we were once cool. You know what I'm saying? And that, because people be like, how can you be cool with a person like that? Or how do y'all like a person like that? That's why I like that person at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because put aside all of the dramatics and the antics or whatever, deep down, she is a cool person and she's not, all of that, but that's just the persona that she put off. Once you get to know her, she is really a cool person and she's calm like that. So I can give her that credit. I'm not going to take that away from her. And so far, I do feel like this is a good look for her right about now on this show. Because again, she's probably one of the ones that's the ones that actually hasn't gotten to it with anybody, that hasn't got an argument or disagreement or anything, and actually taking this whole situation seriously. So that's a good look for Tamar. But I really wanted to get on here because I actually looked at all of the episodes yesterday. What was I doing yesterday? Well, I don't even know. I probably came home. I just was got through recording, and while I was editing, I just said, "Let me go ahead," because one under watch. I said, "Let me go ahead and put this on and give it a little twirl." I didn't know it was 4 episodes in. I said, "Damn, I missed all of this." But to be honest, I'm glad that I let it build up a little bit, because I just want to talk about a few things. And we don't need to go episode by episode. We could just go by person by person. Nick is cool because so you got Nick, who used to play basketball. You got Carlos Miller, who used to be on Wild 'N Out. He's also with the 85 South Boys, with Chico Bean and DC Young Fly, you know what I'm saying? And so you got Tamar Braxton. We already know she's a singer, phenomenal singer, all of that. We have Claudia Jordan on there, and all the mess that she's been in lately. Okay, just literally a few days ago. Um, we also have Saucy Santana, and then we also have Angela White, formerly known as Black China. And for now on, because I feel like she does go by Angela White, that's what I'm going to call her, and I'm going to respect her that, because honestly, I see what's been going on with her. I don't know if I still follow her, but I know at one point in time I did follow her Instagram, and and I literally could see the changes happening. And so I'm not gonna fault anybody who are out here trying to get themselves together, who trying to, better themselves, whether it's in their opinion, trying to find God, trying to, build up on their faith, trying to get sober, trying to live a better life, become a better human. I applaud anybody that have to go through that journey, because it's a tough journey. It's not easy, especially when you're used to doing certain things and people are used to knowing you as certain people and doing certain antics and all that stuff. It's hard to get out of that, and it's hard for people to see you it as a different side. So I feel like at this point, this show is kind of good for Angela because we are literally seeing the struggles that she's going through. It's given like, and I hate to compare because I don't like her no more because of the antics that she's doing now. Remember if you seen the last season and you saw Amber Rose and you know she was going through her struggles and stuff like that. Angela gives me that. But Angela gives me that which you could tell that she's really not trying to be combative and she's really trying to be authentic with it. You know what I'm saying? She's not trying to start issues. She's still trying to figure out herself. So I'm very much here to see her on here, and I never thought that I would actually say something like that. But I'm very much here to see her journey. Um, and I think that's about it. So they down at Xavier University down there in New Orleans. Okay, let me tell you something. Y'all know I went to New Orleans recently, and I don't know if I said this when I was talking about the trip when I went down there. We did go on a tour of the city, right? And we was on the bus. It was a tour bus, and we was on there with like two old couples. Okay, two old white couples, and probably like a young, probably 35-year old ish white couple. They was cool. Okay, they was cool, taking pictures, asking questions. Girl, the one of the white couples, the older ones, baby. As soon as we get to Xavier University, and they started talking about the fact that this is one of the schools, like this is the top school in America that produces black doctors, medical schools, doctor schools, and all that stuff, right? Girl, the way that they kind of, you could just feel it, and you could see them just go like, I don't really care to hear about this. I was like, oh my God. Like they was giving me flavor like that the whole time. Then when I said you are in a black, I don't care what nobody say. New Orleans is a black city. Okay, you are in a black city beach and you are out here acting like this. I said, oh no, take your asses back to Jim Crow. Okay, that's where they wanted to go. Let me stop. Let me take that back. They technically their minds were still there. Okay. I mean, it was the utter disgust when he said black people out here succeeding as doctors. And it's a black school, a HBCU that's out here producing the best, and I'm just like, mm-mm-mm. And then to find out, that I know they was talking about it in the show when they brought up about how Xavier University is a HBCU, but it's a Catholic HBCU. Okay. And, sometimes when it comes to like religion or whatever, automatically, I don't know if it's just me, but when I think of black folks, if they are Christian, I automatically, for some reason, because mostly what I see is black people either being Baptist, Kojic, or oh my God, mainly them two. So when you hear like a black person being Catholic, it's like, for me, it's an oddity, you know what I'm saying? But I can understand it. And then when I went down there to New Orleans, I found out that New Orleans is literally a Catholic city. Okay, it's literally a Catholic city, black, white, all of that. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, very interesting. So it makes sense that the university would be Catholic. But you got them down there, and I was like, what was the weather? Well, what was the weather? Because when I went down there, it was hot as hell morning, noon, and night. And they had on sweats and everything. Like Carlos had, and he was promoting his stuff because he was wearing his clothing line, the 85 South and all that stuff. Baby, you got to get on these shows. You better promote yourself. Okay, that's what you got to do. And I was just really confused as what the weather was because maybe because it was probably what February. Do it get cold down there in New Orleans? My New Orleans people tell me what's up because I know we went down there in May at the very beginning of May, May 4th, 5th. Okay, for my sister's birthday, and it was 90 plus degrees. Goddamn, 80, high 80s, 90s. Girl, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. I'm just gonna say that, but I made it through. I made it through. Thought I wouldn't, but I did. Um, so you got that right. And this is such an odd group of people. Well, I could go down the line. Okay, we know about Saucy. Didn't know much about Carlos because I don't watch 85 South. Don't have a problem with him, whatever. I used to watch Wild and Out, so I knew of him. I knew all of that or whatever. But I never like individually just watch this stuff, whatever, that type of thing. I had no idea that he got kicked off for wilding out. If that's the case, somebody put the information down at the bottom. And if it is, baby, I can understand exactly why. Okay. Like, he is the reason what prompted me to actually come on here and talk. Him and Saucy. Okay. Him, Saucy, and Black China. You got Claudia on there, and it was cute. I ain't gonna lie, it was cute to keep to see her, regardless of how I may feel about her. Because I'm very indifferent to her. I spoke on this in the last video, saying something about her just feels inauthentic to me. But to see that, she is not letting, putting her actual job and letting her co-host at the time down. I'm doing this situation, right? I'm partaking in this little venture, but I'm also going to turn in for my responsibility with the show. Unfortunately, the show is no longer here, but I can appreciate that. It's a show that, they can just hook up as long as you got internet connection and you got a quiet room, baby. Let's get it done. Okay, let's get it done. And she got it done. I can appreciate that. What I can't appreciate about Claudia, girl, the makeup. And I know it's petty, I know it's superficial, but it was just a little bit much. It was a little bit much, especially on that scene on the episode when she was sitting down there talking to Carlos, trying to call him out about his rudeness or whatever. It was a bit much. It was a bit much. It was very distracting, but I appreciate her for calling him out, because ain't nobody else sat there and called that man out. But he needed to. And that's the thing. Y'all get on this show, and I don't know if he felt like he's supposed to conform to what everybody else is doing or whatever. They go to these classes. You know that you go to different classes, and they take classes together. One of the classes was about making a policy slash a bill to present to probably somebody in Congress or whatever, or the state legislator. I don't know which one, but somebody in government, the Louisiana government, to talk about what to do about the homeless situation in Louisiana. And I know when this first came on, I seen this on the blogs, and I never went to actually go look and see exactly what he said. But to hear his opinion about it, I ain't never heard nobody say that. And maybe I must have like bleeped it out or blanked out or whatever. I've never heard nobody say that, homelessness is not my problem or whatever. And, this is not a bitch. His ideology about it, his perception on it, like, I get it. You got these millionaires and these billionaires and all these companies or whatever. If they could put stuff aside, they could possibly end homelessness and poverty and all this stuff. But we know that that's not going to happen, because one, this is a capitalist society. Okay, this is a capitalist world that we live in. People are more so about their bottom line and their dollars and what's in their pockets, and people really don't give a fuck about what other people are doing. They don't care if this person is struggling, if this person is can't out on the street or whatever. They don't care about that. We see what's that's been going on now. Look at what they trying to make these policies and stuff, trying to make it so we can't have this and we can't have that. Also, you get into his whole thing about basically, it ain't our fault that you homeless or whatever. And they start using an example like, some people be homeless because they be on drugs or whatever. And he said, ain't nobody tell you to do the drugs. And on that part, I was like, I understand where he was coming from. But at the same time, they was trying to make an excuse of, being addicted to drugs is a disease. And I used to debate with, go back and forth with, is it really a disease? Like, is alcoholism a disease? Because you can make the choice not to start doing drugs, especially if you see it around you. You can make that choice to not do drugs, and you see the effects on that it has on people, and especially if you experience it firsthand with somebody in your family or around you, or just in general. Same thing with alcohol. Especially if you know that you have an addictive personality or addiction runs in your family, you could choose not to do this and not to do that, but then you chose to do the drugs, and then you wind up getting addicted to it. And so therefore you kind of brought that on yourself. So in that instance, I understood where he was coming from, but you also got it. It's not that simple. It's not that simple, because sometimes people start doing things like drugs and alcohol to cope with their reality, the reality of them not having anything, the reality of other stuff that's probably going on, trauma that they probably experienced. So I will never come down on somebody that's doing something like that and absolutely put all the blame on them and say this is the reason. Girl, no. It was just the way he was talking was just so, it was just so harsh. It was just so like he didn't give a damn. It very much like, I'm sorry y'all, and I don't know his policies. I don't know his political stuff or whatever, and I hate to bring it up in here, but he was sounding very much like a MAGA Republican. He was sounding like a Trumper. Because, girl, they want to get rid of just about any and everything that helps out poor people. And mind you, the majority of the people that's benefiting from like welfare and all this stuff, you want to say it's black people, but it's not. It's actually white people. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, and those white people are the ones that you trying to get to vote for you too. Like, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's really, really crazy. And then to say that basically you make yourself homeless and it ain't nobody else's fault and nobody else should be responsible or whatever. And it was just, and I get that we all have differences of opinions, and I would have been okay with the way his idea. I would have been okay with his opinion had he presented it in a way that is saying, like, in a more calmer way. He was being combative, if you ask me, and trying to make it seem like people was trying to force him to come to their side. No. Say what you have to say without sounding as if you're about to fight them and you getting all upset and you cursing and everything. You are in a class setting. You are in a class setting, regardless of how old you are. You are in a class setting and you up here just cursing and all this stuff, and then telling Nick to just shut up and play ball. That's why I said it sounds very much like them Trumpers. Okay, you remember that lady told LeBron James to shut up and play ball. Okay, just shut up and dribble. That's what she said to him. Because he was getting into the whole thing about the Black Lives Matter and all that stuff, right? And it was just like, what? Why would you say something like that? You want people to hear your side, and we understand that we are not all going to have the same opinions, and that's how it should be. And everyone should not have to agree with everyone, because if everyone had the exact same opinion on everything, the world would be so fucking boring. If you ask me, life would be so mundane. Okay, you need to have a different perception. You need to have a differences of opinions, right? And you need to be able to present that in a way that people can understand, whether or not they're going to come to your side, but they can understand the reason why you feel that way. Not you coming off and just being damn near kind of hateful with it. It's like he was disgusted. And then I'm glad they went to the is it the convent house for the teen homeless? We rode past that too. Um and he actually got to talk to young adults who did not have things growing up, or like the guy that he actually connected with, who said he had his life together. He had a car, he had jobs that had him going out all the places, and then all of a sudden it came and it was taken away from him because he got into a car accident and his car got totaled, and that was his livelihood. And ever since the car got totaled, he lost everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's how people end up homeless. Like, people don't aim to get out here and just to not do nothing, and to be living on the street and to be begging and to go from shelter to shelter. You don't know what these people are going through to judge them so harshly, especially like some of these kids are out here runaways because of the situation that's going on in their household. You got LGBT youth that are getting kicked out of their homes because of their sexuality, and it goes against what their family or their parents are about. And so therefore, oh no, no child of mine is going to be doing that, so let me kick them out. And now they're suffering on the streets, okay, selling themselves, or and that's how they become addicted to alcohol and drugs, because they're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Okay, they're dealing with trauma. They don't have nobody, they don't have nowhere to go, they don't have money, and it's like, to look down on the homeless as if you cannot be homeless. You could be making so much money, and all it takes is one bad situation to have all that just go away. You can miss, you know, just one bad situation, and you could be can't afford your rent, can't afford your mortgage, get your car repossessed, You know what I'm saying? Or sleeping in your car. You know what I'm saying? Get your house taken away, foreclosed on, all of that. And so you shouldn't judge, especially when it comes to like these young kids. People don't aim out here to be homeless. I just did not like the way that he was talking. And I mean, again, you could feel the way that you feel, but present your argument in a way or your opinion in a way that people are going to be able to take it in without thinking that you are trying to be combative on purpose. And I was just like, why are you so angry? You were just so angry with it. I was just really couldn't understand. Damn. And Claudia had to sit him down, and he was like, what you think I'm finna change my opinion because of this or what? Man, ain't nobody asking you to change your opinion. They just want you to be less harsh with it, okay? Like the tone and all of that stuff. That's it. It's okay that you got the opinion that you have, but you got that, and then you got Black Angela when they was in that creative communication class, and the teacher was asking them to write down something that the people had a talk negatively about you in the press, I guess, and how do you want your legacy to be and what you want to change and all that stuff. I felt so bad for her. I felt bad for her because you could see that she is currently on a journey, and she's currently on this, she's deep in it. It hasn't been completed yet. She's still going through it and probably just really start. We saw, if you've been seeing Angela, she, started by going by her real name. You know what I'm saying? She was getting her body in order. Her body is more fit. She was saying how she's sober. She's not doing alcohol and she's not doing drugs or anything like that. And I appreciate the fact that when they went out and they actually had a time together and they was out, everybody else was drinking and she let them have their fun and she didn't indulge in that alcohol. That was really cool. And that shows strength and that shows self resistance and everything, and that she's taking this shit serious. And I just felt really, really bad when she just started to cry, and she was getting her feelings as well when Carlos was saying the stuff that he was saying about the homeless people or whatever, and she ended up leaving out the classroom. And it just made me reflect on some of the things that we probably didn't said. No, we have said. Okay, it ain't no probably. We have said a lot of stuff about Angela White when she was Blac Chyna. Okay, because that's just what it was. That's the image that she was putting out there. People got on her about her situation with Tiger, about the custody of the kids, and about her possibly going broke and all this other stuff and being this and being that, and then when she got involved with the Kardashians and all this stuff and woo woo woo, yeah, a lot of us had a lot of negative things to say about her. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've been, very positive about that woman. I have not. I have not. And now you get to see, like, you have to be careful sometimes of people's struggle, but then some of us just go off of what we see and what's been put out there in the public. And again, if you don't want people to talk about you that way or to perceive you that way, you have to be careful what you put out there to the public. And I feel as though that's what Angela is learning and Angela is going through, and that reflection and just bringing up the fact of the negative. And like she said, it's been so much, and she was right. She was right. It's so much that people have said negatively about her throughout her whole situation, the whole time that she's been in, I guess you could say, the spotlight. you know she's been known to us, and I felt bad for her when she broke down, but I feel like she probably gonna get the most out of this, and I feel like this is gonna be a lot of healing for her as well. Um, to see her with a boyfriend and how she was just really happy with him, and she looks different. Okay, she looks a little bit lighter or whatever. So I really hope that Angela really just continue on this journey and get better, and whatever it is that she's trying to get to, she gets there. I feel like once you come to the conclusion that you know that you need to change and you actively start working on it, I feel like you deserve another chance. I feel like you deserve to be looked at differently as the person that you are trying to become. I feel like that for everybody. And so I'm not gonna hold her to her past. I'm gonna hold her to what's going on with her right now. And that's cute. But the last thing, listen, I like Nick because Nick automatically kind of like vibe with Santana, and What I can appreciate is a heterosexual man who is truly 100% secure in their masculinity and their manhood, that they don't care what people have to say about them being cool with a man that is homosexual, and especially someone like Santana, who is very flamboyant with it, who's feminine and all that stuff. Till this day, I believe Nick and Santana are still cool, and I don't believe that there's anything else going on between them besides the fact that they are cool, they are friends. It is okay, and it is very much possible for heterosexual women to be friends with heteros or homosexual women, and for heterosexual men to be friends with homosexual men. It is 100% possible without anything else going on between besides friendship, platonic friendship. Okay. But I do like that aspect. But let me just tell you this, Santana, what was the point of you coming on this show? I really feel like, granted, we know that they ain't finna get nothing out of this. Cause honestly, you there for what, a month and you're gonna get a certificate. You're not getting a real degree, you're getting a certificate. Honestly, I feel like it's a slap in the goddamn face if I'm coming up in here and I'm using all these months and years or whatever trying to get a whole ass degree, and y'all come up here and get a certificate in a month. What? Where? I'm paying for all this and y'all get a certificate in a month? But see, they can't do shit with that. Okay, it ain't no real graduation, ain't no real shit. But at the same time, you're just getting the college experience that you missed growing up, you know? So I understand that aspect. But Santana, what was the point of you coming on this show? Like, I like Santana for the most part, but I just don't understand what was his point of coming on this show. If you wanted to just party and do all of that stuff and just sleep around in the house, and was it just so you can get on TV? I don't know, like, so you can get on the show. You couldn't get your own show to just show you going around, um doing your shows and going to clubs and doing your TikToks and your everyday life or whatever, kicking it with Carisha and all that stuff. You could have got your own show to do that, okay? But I really feel like you're wasting an opportunity. Granted, this opportunity ain't gonna do nothing. This not like a big opportunity, but you wasting a spot for somebody that actually probably would have wanted to do something. Like, you literally just came here because what? They paying your way, it's free, and you thought it was gonna be a vacation. I mean, not taking it serious, don't want to come to school. I already said that, you're not gonna do the assignments and all that stuff. You coming to the cheerleading practice late. Um, yeah, you could be funny, but sometimes you don't need to be funny all the time. We got to be serious. You sleeping in class, you sneaking out, going to the clubs at night. You're not doing a homework assignment. You getting upset over a freaking dog being missing. Granted, don't touch my stuff, okay? So I can feel you on that. I can feel you on that. But at the same time, you really allowed a little funky baby doll, no shade, to stop you from going to school, from going to class. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. And it's just at this point, I'm just like, what is your purpose here for? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? But on that last episode, when him and Nick and he said, it ain't my fault that you can't play ball no more. Your niece can't play ball no more. I still got to give a gab. Now, why did he sound like that? I said, is that the real Santana coming out? I was like, did his voice change? That shit was funny as hell to me. Okay, I said, wow. And at that point, Santana would have had to go. I am sorry. I am sorry. Okay, when he was up in that room, he was screaming for Alexa while they down there trying to do their homework. And one thing about it, I will tell them this, okay? I will say this. On this particular season, compared to the last two seasons, baby, I feel like they really, really actually getting what it's like to be a college student with the homework and everything. And they was complaining about all of the work that they had to do. It's just too much. It's too much. When that man said, okay, so I want you to do a 3-page paper or whatever and bring it in tomorrow, bitch, that's college. That is college, okay? I said, ooh, child. And at one point I was thinking about going back and getting my master's. Girl, that thought came and that thought went. And especially after looking at this, I said, child, I don't want to have no flashback. Let me tell you something, college stressed me out. Imagine going from a situation where in grammar school, you probably was literally the smartest person there. Okay. And I feel like I was, and I got a lot of privileges or whatever because of my smarts. And it was me and another girl that was my actual friend. We was like the smartest people in the school. Okay. You go from that to go to high school and you go to a magnet high school. So therefore, and I was in gifted programs and all that stuff. And I'm taking all these type of courses or whatever. So you go from that to go to magnet high school where you are around a whole bunch of people that are smart just like you. So you just like, damn, ain't nothing really special about you. So let me take a couple of AP classes because y'all not. And then you get up into college and it's just like, girl, you just stress the fuck out, bitch. It's a totally different thing, okay? Like, oh, that was cute in high school, that was cute in grammar school, but baby, this is the real world. This is college, okay? And yes, they will give you papers out the ass. And half the time I'll be like, why do y'all give us papers? So for what? For what? Y'all doing all this. You got us giving you all these papers. You want to write. I never forget my the one of the papers that I had to write up in high school in biology. Baby, that was like the biggest paper I think we had to write. It was like over 20 pages. Over 20 fucking pages. But see, the caveat on that is we had to add included in the 20 pages, we had to have a title page, we had to have a table of conduct, table of content, we had to have a footnote page, the bibliography page and all that stuff. And we also had to have pictures throughout the whole thing. So that kind of, dwindled it down a little bit. But why do we need to have all these pages? Okay. That is adding more work to you as the teacher and as the professor. Y'all got to sit y'all asses down and actually read this shit. And then they want y'all had turnitin.com. Bitch, it was a couple of people that got found out about plagiarizing and everything. Girl, college was fun. Well, I ain't even gonna lie like that. College really wasn't fun for me, girl. I literally came there and I left. Okay, I came to class, sat there half the time, didn't know. I knew what was going on, but girl, it just felt like it really wasn't working for me. And then I went to work. I went to work right afterwards. Okay, I didn't stay on campus or nothing like that. I commuted. So I really do wish. I agree. Like with Claudia, she said that she did go to a college. She graduated from college and all that stuff, but she didn't go to a HBCU. And I think she said she went to a school or something that was just like 50 people. I don't know if it was 50 black people or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I heard that somewhere else. But either way, she wanted to experience what it was like to go to a HBCU. And that is one thing that I can actually relate to her on because I went to a PWI. And I did not really want to go to a PWI. I went to that PWI because my mom did not want me to go out of fucking state. Okay. She ain't want me to go out of state. She ain't want me to go out of city. All right. I wanted to go to Clark Atlanta. Before that, I wanted to go to Spelman. As I got older, I wanted to go to Clark Atlanta. Okay. And she said, girl, no. I guarantee you, if I would have went to Clark Atlanta, I say this each and every time, I still would be down in Atlanta right about now. Like, oh, I'd be a totally different bitch. But anyway, yeah, that homework could kick your ass. And Santana really wasn't doing it. And he is pissing me off. And I like him. Like he gives the laughs, he gives the giggles or whatever, but come on. Come on. I guess they only got him on there for comedic relief or whatever. But he just I don't know. I don't know. It's just very irritating. When you see everybody is doing something, then you got that one person that's not doing anything. Girl, that's why I can't stand group projects. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Because one thing about it, you ain't finna have me doing all this stuff. I'm not finna be stressing doing all this, and then you only did that. Bitch, get the fuck. Okay? There it is. But anyway, it's cute or whatever. I might talk about the rest of it when the season ends or whatever. I'm not doing episode by episode, but really I just want to talk about something. So y'all tell me how y'all feel if y'all watching it. It's College Hill Celebrity Addiction. It's on BET Plus. If you got it, watch it, enjoy it, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.